welcome to my Flosstube number 14. I'd like to thank all my subscribers, and if you're new here, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the people that come and watch my videos. I know they're not that well done, but I do appreciate everybody that watches. Today is the 25th of February 2023, just about said January. I have got allergies at the moment, so to keep yourself safe, make sure you wear a mask, and hopefully you don't catch anything off me while watching my video. I haven't had a great stitching fortnight. I had a great first week from the 13th of February until the 18th, and then it went downhill from there. So I'll show you what I've got. First, I worked on my favourite piece, which is Archer, and as you can see, I have actually worked on her. I finished that page and started on her dress. This is 25 count, 1/1 DMC. It is Archer, which is a pain-free crafts pattern, and hopefully I will add on the screen of where I was now and a picture of what it will look like. And I'm pretty sure the artist is Esmira. So I did on the 14th of February. So the 13th of February I did 1,039. The 14th I did 1,401 stitches. The 15th I did 1,124. And then on the 16th I changed to my Dragon Soul piece, which, let's have it up the right way, is this piece. Hopefully on the screen right now you will see a picture of what it's going to look like when finished and where I was before. So I did 1,625 stitches on it's Quick Stitch Dragon Soul this time. I'm really pushing to get a finish. My next piece I worked on was Archer. So I was fortune teller, excuse me. I need to put my brain into gear. It's obviously not there at the moment. So fortune teller is another pain-free crafts kit that I bought, and the artist is Luciana LaBelle. I will add a picture in here of what it will look like, where I was. Hopefully I have that too. So on the 18th I did 1,006 stitches on fortune teller, and then on the 19th I did 1,085 stitches, and then it went all downhill from there. So I did that afternoon, I did 200 stitches on Greta Goldbloom, because I was really putting off any of my Bella Filipina patterns since I had the issue with the two symbols so similar. So I don't know if you can see. This is the thread that I got wrong, and it should have been, whoops, my hand isn't doing what I want it to do. It should have been the green thread, see? So I'll be honest, I put a post on the Bella Filipina Facebook group to say that I had this issue. Lots of other people said they had the same issue, and the designer said that I should be more careful when I start my patterns and make sure I look at the key first to make sure it is no symbols that are similar. I'll be honest, I was quite frustrated over it. I thought his comment was quite rude. I felt that as a designer, he should be more careful about that there isn't symbols, because there is a lot of symbols that you can use. He didn't need to use two symbols so similar. And I will admit, the mistake was mine. I can't tell the difference between the symbols. Excuse me. And even now that I know that there's two symbols so similar, I still can't tell. So I have my pattern, my Greta Goldbloom, in Pattern Keeper. I did a photo of it and I added it to, actually I think I scanned it and added it to Pattern Keeper. And that's how I've been stitching it. I just mark off with Pattern Keeper. But I have markup RX, maybe it's XP, excuse me. And that picks it up. It can tell the difference between those two symbols. So if you are working on it and you can't tell, that program will pick up the different symbols. So how do I feel? At that stage, I was very frustrated. I'll be honest. I was disappointed with the designer. I had second thoughts about stitching any of the Bella Filipina patterns because, but let's be honest, as other designers that do the same, it's just the fact that I always use Pattern Keeper, so I don't, excuse the birds in the chimney, it doesn't really affect me normally because Pattern Keeper will pick the symbols. So it's only when I'm adding things in, like Greta into Pattern Keeper, that it's an issue. Going forward, I decided that I just needed to get over myself. That it wasn't that much of a big issue. And then when I looked at Greta Goldbloom, I was either going to stitch over those stitches that I'd already done, or I was going to frog them. But when I realised that there was very little difference, in my fabric the colour doesn't even stick out anyway because of the colour that I dyed it, that in reality, does it matter? No. No, I'm not going to worry about it. So I decided that's it. So my other piece that I did 500 stitches on was Tempest of the Cursed Sea. So I've done a wee bit more down here. I didn't really feel like stitching on it. You can tell I've had a bit of a spat over my Bella Filipinas because I was absolutely loving working on this piece. So like I say, I just need to get over myself. So that one day I did, which was on the Friday the 17th, I did 500 stitches on that. And then I got out my story time, storybook, story time, says down the bottom. My Gecko Rouge kit that I never work on. And, Coco, please don't do that. Give me. Look at who I found. She was just loitering around, would you? Do you want to go? See, Jess, my cat loves me. You always see my cat. Don't you, puppy? Okay, do you want to go? Or do you want to stay? You want to go? So here is where I got to. I was mostly just picking, don't know if I can move that thread. Okay. Funny enough, I got cat fur on me. I was mostly just picking symbol by symbol and filling it in just to get a wee bit done. So I did 604 stitches on Storybook. Can I have that, please? She wasn't after my bag. She was just her scratching posters at my feet. One here, Minnie. Hello. Can I put that where you are? Thank you. My other piece I worked on was Casper. Hopefully I've added in a before and after picture. All I did was 561 stitches. I just did it filled in, so it's right across there now. So this is a tilt and cross piece, and I wasn't feeling well then. I did the 361 stitches on the Monday, and the Tuesday I only did 200 stitches, so that shows how well I was. And then I thought maybe it's just I need to pick up something else. So the last few days, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, I have worked on Day and Night Africa. Don't know how well you can see that. This is a Lars Stewart, I think the artist is. It is a retired pattern by Pain Free Crafts. And it's actually quite a big pattern, this one. I have done 3,367 stitches, which brings me at 1.12%. See if I can do this. I'm terrible at this. So I'm working down here. It's very confetti heavy. And I have decided I'm just going to work across the bottom. because I think it's going to take me a very long time to get there. For example, that's what I have done. So it's not even a whole page, it's only a half page. So like I say, I hadn't been feeling well at all. I'm just going to talk about life. I'll just give you my numbers first, and then I'll talk about life update. So for the 12 days, I did 10,783 stitches. And really that was only the first week that I did all the stitches. But this last week I've hardly stitched because I definitely haven't been feeling well. Where do you want to go? You want to go? Good girl. For example, Wednesday we had the carpet layers here. I'll rephrase that. That's not what I meant. We had people measuring carpets on Wednesday. I was feeling so dreadful that I just lay on the lazy boy and didn't move while they were here. I didn't stitch. And as soon as they had gone, I went back to bed. I wore a mask at the time because not only was I coughing, but I had the spots so bad. And I have to tell you, when you have got an allergic reaction of some description and you wear a mask, it does not help. So it was very hot under the mask. They were here for about an hour and a half. They measured the whole house. They have decided to get a quote for the vinyl. Yeah, it is vinyl. We call it lino here. Unfortunately, at the moment, it is flooding again in the North Island. Excuse me. They had more heavy rains, which is really unfortunate. It's very sad to see all the reports of all the damage that was done on the North Island with Cyclone Gabrielle, as well as the 6 weeks before they had flooding then due to a bad storm, so then to be hit with the cyclone and now to be hit with another storm. I very much feel for everybody in the North Island, and we have been very lucky. We weren't affected at all. We got a wee bit of rain yesterday, but it was only a wee bit of a sprinkle and that was it. David's Red Devons arrived yesterday, and he sent me a wee video clip of them, and I said, what do you think? And he goes, okay. So then I rang him up and I said, oh well, do you want me to ring them up and tell them that you want to send them back? And he goes, no. But he wasn't as happy as he thought he would be with them. I think what's happened is that he expected that they'll be a lot bigger. Excuse me. Itchy even inside my ears. It's so frustrating. So I think with not feeling well, you can tell because my stitching count went down, because most of those stitches I'd done on the first week. I had a bit of a relapse, a MS relapse. I definitely was in a lot of pain with my neck and with my leg. I haven't had my leg bother me that much before. And it just meant that I slept quite a bit. I didn't do much else. I was feeling nauseous when I tried to stitch, so I wasn't stitching, and I anticipate the next week that I don't get that much. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go back to the doctor again next week. I feel as if I live at the doctor's, but I still have this chest infection, and they are going to have to do something about that. I did get told that I might have to go back on steroids, so I'm hoping I don't. I have stopped even taking my sleeping tablets at the night at the moment, because I've woken up a few times with vomit in my mouth. I know that sounds horrible, and I assure you it is. So I decided that I'm better off to just snooze instead of sleeping so deeply that I don't wake up if I'm gagging. Oh, the joys of MS. I don't wish it upon anybody, but most of the time it's not an issue. I think it's just quite a lot of stress at the moment. We had our cow's pregnancy tested yesterday, and we had a really good result. It's only 10% empty, whereas we normally have probably 14%. Excuse me, still drinking my first coffee. I made Dave go away so I could record. And he goes, "Are you going to record with the pox?" And I said, "Well, I don't know how long I'm going to have these spots. I've had them for a few weeks now. I think it all started when I was on my steroids in January. Might even be December when I finished them. So yeah, it's not going to go away anytime soon. To be honest, I'm not that vain. I don't think it really matters. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I've talked about health stuff. I hope you are enjoying everybody else's videos. Jeep Girl at Jeep Girl Stitches had a stitch with me the other day, so you should go check it out. I really enjoyed watching her stitching, as she does the Royal Rose way. I'm always tempted to do it, and then I just do my cross country way. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully next time there will be more stitching. It does mean that I did, from the 1st of February until the 24th, I have done 24,360 something. I'm not going to work it out exactly. So I shouldn't be complaining. I've had some really good days. I mean, I did, on the 16th of February, I did 1,625 stitches. I think that's the most I have done in a day. So obviously I was pushing it. But this, I have been predominantly working on Fancy Lady February. Next month I think I will do the same as Jessica and do Mythical March, because I have a lot of mythical pieces that can go in the mythical I don't know what I'm trying to say, mythical theme. Honestly, it does drive me insane that I'm thinking of words and I can't remember them. But overall, I shouldn't be complaining at all because, okay, I have had a wee bit of pain this week. I'm still having issues eating and just having shakes, so really that's not an issue. I have anti-nausea medication, so that really helps that. So for most of my issues, I actually have medication to help it. So as people that are a lot worse off, sorry if that's bumping because Missy's lying at my feet playing, aren't you? She always has to be in my videos or be right next to me. Hey, just because I move my feet doesn't mean to say you can put your claws in it. Now she's licking my foot. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that either. You're good, you aren't, Coco. Normally she's talking. If I talk to her, are you confused whether I'm talking to you or not, Coco? Coco? Good girl, aren't you? She's definitely watching me, aren't she? So that's meant to be a really good sight that your cat is attached to you if when you talk to her she watches you. So she's definitely my cat, and with me being in bed a lot this week, I thought she might have attached herself a wee bit more to Dave, but she hasn't. She just lies on the bed with me. So, well, I'm sure I have delivered enough. So thank you very much, and hopefully next fortnight I'll have more stitching. I'm not sure if I will do a stitch with me at this stage. I will have to see how I'm feeling because I'm not stitching very long at a time, and just getting the camera in the right spot's quite hard. She's picking on the Turkish rugs again. So I will talk to you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye.